The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he get on the end of this? Robertson. Cross from Robertson. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Played into space out wide. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that has been cut short. De Bruyne. Chance, surely! He's delivered all right! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So, a breakthrough already.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
De Bruyne. Threads one in. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that... Goes for a shot! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop. Now their chins are up.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That has been slung wide. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now it's Thuram. Thuram.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He really loves the contest. And he's managed to get free. Driving. And a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Beckham played into space. Neatly clipped into space. Shot a goal! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment. And it's half-time here.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Paris Saint-Germain are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we're underway again. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Bale. Mbappe. And he's away. Chance for a shot! They've scored! The second half off to a spectacular start. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And he's there to belt it away. So we've reached the hour mark. Madrid have reclaimed it. Out to the left it goes. Looking for options for movement. And here's Bale. And that has been clubbed away. Robertson. And it's Pedri. Batistuta. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Now it's Dembele. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Van Dijk getting this one clear.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Shoots! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Mbappe. Mbappe!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That's been cut out. Well played.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
That's a pretty loose pass. That has ended up in no man's land.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind
And
is
that
filled.
will be it. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Paris Saint-Germain certainly have.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Lahm gets over and intercepts. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this player, Gravenberg, is someone I can't decide whether he's a 6, an 8 or a 10, Peter. He basically plays all of those roles in every game. And, of course, he's the main connector between...
On the finish! Oh, easy pickings there. He's found a way through. That is great defending, so alert. And Beckham! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Serginho. Played in deep. And it's hoisted clear. Real chance here. And the shot! Gravenberg.
Paris Saint-Germain definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
No, that's been intercepted. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Messi. Played it. Bullish header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's a cute ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Oh, good take and a shot at goal! Goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Beckham to take it as usual. Cleared away. Now there's chance for a shot! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Messi. Can he get it through? And the through ball.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Bale. Lahm kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rijkaard. And the pass is intercepted. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Vitinha gets across to intercept. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're underway again.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And this is Batistuta. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe. Van Dijk attempts a clearance.
Batistuta really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Batistuta. He has found the way through. And this is Messi. Well read, and the danger is averted. Shoots! He scores! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Looking to play him in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. Batistuta has it out wide and in space. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Kaká. Maldini. Lovely pass, but can he get there? In once more. Vitinha clears. Judge, surely! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Looking for options for movement. And this is Batistuta. Ah, such a clever touch.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Picked out brilliantly. And he thumps it clear. Mbappe. And he was quick to react. Can he get on the end of this? Not the most accurate pass. Corner it is. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And he's taking no chances there. He's having a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply...
And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So that's it. It is all over. Paris Saint-Germain can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a good spell of possession, this. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Spectacular save! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's a throw-in. Ah, he's given it away! Beckenbauer. And he was quick to react. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Donadoni. Big chance! Goal! Boca Juniors! First blood drawn. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
De Bruyne! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Boca Juniors with the corner. They're first. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 2 then. He's tried one! Denied by an instinctive save.
Xavi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, smashing header! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Boca Juniors are sitting pretty. Oh, he's been caught now. It's Bale! It's run loose. In he goes again. Well, that is remarkable.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Messi! Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Nicked it back promptly. And here's Bale. Great vision. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Takes a shot! It's in!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
And this is Bale. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Paris Saint-Germain are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for the run. And a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Xavi. In with the challenge. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Lampard. Looking for options for movement. It's Bale! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Messi. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. No, he's had it taken off him. And it's Totti. And it's half-time here. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And the second half gets underway.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Gives it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Vitinha. Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Fiore. Van Nistelrooy. Costa Curta. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Paris Saint-Germain really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Fiore. And it's Bale. Can he latch on to this? That is lovely. Messi.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Donadoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found the way through. Costa Curta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work.
Decent chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side. Paris Saint-Germain will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest. Vardy!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, easy pickings there. This looks promising.
Boca Juniors clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Messi. That is for a shot! So close to drawing level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
And that has been knocked clear.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now that tries a shot! He's scored! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
All square again into the dying minutes. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. Now, power or placement? Goal! Boca Juniors! Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. And it's made its way to him.
In Paul's goals, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield, one of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply
It's Rashford! That is decidedly lacking.
well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Played into space. Rummenigge. Belletti. And it's Conte. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Great vision. That pass has been well intercepted. Vitinha. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Decent chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. Just the keeper to chance for a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Nicely weighted ball. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected. It's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Beckham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Rashford. And it shoots! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
I think the manager's reactions here sum it up perfectly. He fully expected that to go in.
And no, that was never going to make it. Caceres goes long. That's a pretty loose pass.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Costa Curta. Rashford. Aimed beyond the defence. No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Batistuta. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish?
Well, he got...
Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Paris Saint-Germain get the second half going. Knocks it into space. Paris Saint-Germain do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Foden. Scholes running with the ball. Foden! Beckham. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Big chance! And he hits the net. And the comeback is complete. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Baresi gets rid without sophistication. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Foden. That is ended up in no man's land.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's in a great position here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that's aimed into the middle. Danger averted for now.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Baresi is there to clear. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Baresi with the clearance. Batistuta. And that was very necessary. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Paris Saint-Germain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward, give themselves a chance to draw level.
And he's there to get it away. Pass somewhat off target. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that will be the final act. Paris Saint-Germain, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly poor.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Looking for the run, and here's Messi. He's had a shot! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Now it's Rafinha.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so real chance! Goal! Barcelona! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Has a shot! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rodrigo. Looking for options for movement. And the shot! They've scored! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Haaland demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Has a look and place it forward.
That's positional gold, the utilisation space.
Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Aimed beyond the defence. Eder Militao gets it clear. That's gone for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Now it's Haaland. And it's Bale.
Oh, really well played.
He's picked his way through. Bale puts the ball in.
That's good defensive concentration.
And a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, they've got it again. And he's following up! Xavi Alonso. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Rafinha. Paris Saint-Germain have it back. He's having a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Forwards and with intent. That's an imaginative pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Rodrigo. Now it's Haaland. Serginho gets across to intercept that.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Bale. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Batistuta. And he's well positioned. And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It is a corner. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And they've got rid. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Pings in across. Rodri can get clear. Nicely aimed pass. Lovely. Batistuta! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. That's a decent clearance. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. He has found the way through. Tries to play it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Plays it through. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. And he thumps it clear. Rodrigo. Hazard. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Serginho. He won't be happy with that one. Rodri. Xavi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name. Plays a sharp little ball here. Tries to get it clear. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the finish! And it's there! And they are cruising away.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Rafinha. This is promising. And he's surging through. He's had a shot! It's in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's one.
And there is the half-time whistle. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And it's Azar. And here's Vlahovic. And that has been clubbed away. Not the most accurate pass. Bruno is there to clear. And here's Azar. Oh, that's clever. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gravenberch. Now that looks a decent ball. Little pass back. Now it's chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vlahovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short. And he's there to belt it away.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Batistuta being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, well played. Baresi calmly anticipates. And it's Batistuta. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gravenberch. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps contemplating their next change here. Batistuta. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Gravenberch. That's beautifully weighted. Now it's Vlahovic. Goes for a shot! Oh, there's the clearance. Haaland. Can he get it through? Now this could be a chance. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he's let fly! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Vlahovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice looking ball. Conte is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Van Dijk clears. Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's Azar. And he's in on goal.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Haaland. Vitinha. Now it's Rafinha. That's a sharp pass. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's quick to snatch it back. Bale. And here's Messi. Now it's Rafinha. And he can clear it away. Now it's Haaland. Great vision. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Here's Haaland. Shoots to shoot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Look, this is alarming because of the ease in which they're getting in behind.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Now it's Rafinha. Batistuta. He can get that clear. Rodri. Gravenberch. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. So nearly the perfect ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And time is up. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, there is a look that says it all. A pierce. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. And the ball's come loose here. Can he finish? It's loose. He's tried one. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Now there's a player with a silky pass and a tackle.
Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding press.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not he can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Now it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van Dijk. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Beckham. No goals as yet. Has a look and place it forward. Oh, this is a great position. Rodrigo! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Right.
Paris Saint-Germain are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And that was nowhere near his best. Messi. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Plays a sharp little ball here. Yep, it's a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cross in, looks like a good one. Baresi clears it away. Cleared away. Rodrigo. Some really good ball movement. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Xavi Alonso. Now it's Rodrigo! He's keen, determined to have his say. And that could set him on his way. Well read, nice interception. Well, there's the clearance. Marquinhos.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Batistuta. He can get that clear. Van Dijk. That's Beckham. Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rodri kept away, and it is reclaimed easily. Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He has just said play on. And that was very necessary. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rice cuts it out. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get onto this? And it's been given away. Now, can they get it back? Now it's Rodrigo. Baresi. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Bale. And he's intervened well there. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Paris Saint-Germain may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. That gets things going for the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Vlahovic is onto this. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Paris Saint-Germain come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably...
It's Neymar! Marvellous goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
You've got...
And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Van Dijk gets it clear. He's in space and looking for options. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Van Dijk. Gravenberg. De Bruyne. And that's another good win of the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really...
Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Can he get it through? Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Neymar, and there's green grass ahead of him. That's really well cleared. Well, they've got it again. Messi being hunted in tacks.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's a key interception. Serginho. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Vlahovic. Mbappe. Now it's some chance. It's anyone's ball now. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort. Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Rafinha. Now it's Neymar. Decent chance! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Now he's got space here. The less said about that pass, the better.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Looking for the run. Van Dijk clears. No way through. Out for a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Isco. And no, that was never going to make it.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And here's Mbappe. Closing in on goal. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! We thought it was over. It's all square once more. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And he cuts out the supply. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Neymar. Rafinha. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Neymar picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. Vitinha, he's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Looking for the run. Vitinha. Serginho. And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard makes the interception. Chips it through. And this is Adriano. Adriano! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's quick to snatch it back. Plays a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And smartly reclaimed. Raul. It's Adriano! Adriano! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Palmeiras with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Thinks about the shot.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
A probing pass. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a mighty effort. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through the gears here. And again! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Messi. Oh, strongly challenged there. And here's Raul. And this is Adriano. Oh, it's Adriano! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Adriano really must be thinking what to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Serginho can get it clear. Corner number 3 coming up. Defending of the desperate variety. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Paris Saint-Germain really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. Palmeiras get the second half started. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Searching pass he's played there. Bellingham looking to get on the end of this. Paris Saint-Germain different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Messi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever.
Adriano! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Palmeiras appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Floated through. It's Adriano! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go. Adriano! It's in! Into the lead once more. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again...
Big chance!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Beckham. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now, can they get him away? Cleared without complication.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And a chance! So close to drawing level.
That's really unlucky because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Palmeiras can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Vitinha! And he can clear it away. And now they can spring out of defence. That's an imaginative pass. That's the keeper's ball. Beckham for Fernando Torres. And he has been fouled there. Cannavaro did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. He's having a go! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Cleared away. There will be 4 extra minutes. He's tried one! And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Can he get it through? Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has a look up. And he thumps it clear. Bergkamp was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Bergkamp. Played into space. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
This looks promising.
Well, we're in the presence of a true great of Italian football.
You're talking Bergami?
Yeah, he can perform anywhere across the back four, and thanks to his discipline, he makes it all look seamless. Incredibly dogged and determined.
Knocks it into space. And this is Batistuta. Caught offside that time. And the keeper's given it away. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Paris Saint-Germain have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Cannavaro. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Paris Saint-Germain are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be... Rummenigge! Vitinha is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And that's a nicely shaped ball. And no, that was never going to make it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Cruyff. Searching pass he's played there. Serginho spots it and intercepts. Oh, they can break here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Wan-Bissaka, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's got away. On the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ambitious ball here. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Has a shot! That's a sharp pass. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Paris Saint-Germain can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Now he's got space here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Paris Saint-Germain come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Yamal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Lamine Yamal is offering a right smile there.
Chouameni, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, super ball! Yamal! And again the keeper stands strong.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Oh, what has happened here? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look.
And Messi! Oh no, this does not look good. Rafinha. Oh, there's a probing ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Japan can't face-to-face with the keeper. Can he finish? It's a goal! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have...
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Japan! And the comeback is complete. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Japan go into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Japan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now it's Bale. And it's Vitinha. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Paris Saint-Germain played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. And it's Bale. And it's been played through. And that's nice and simple for the keeper.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Beckham standing over it.
You start as you mean to go on, Peter. Make this a good one.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Kante. And he's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Bale. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And they're quick to press. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bale. That's tidy. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. The ball has bounced loose now. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. Half an hour played now. Tries to pass it through. Ribéry providing an terrific header. Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum. Oh, his chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Not the most accurate pass. And claimed it back swiftly. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way through. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Neuer, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Paris Saint-Germain go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when last one went.
Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. And we are back on the way. That's the keeper's ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Kaká. Saka. Neymar. Conte. Beckham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Messi in acres of space out wide.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Barella. Messi. Conte. Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. No, he's had it taken off him. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Might be... And a chance! It's anyone's ball now. Kaká. That's a pretty loose pass. He's gone for goal. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Bastoni goes back to front. And it's Serginho. Vitinha crosses it in here. And that should get the job. And he's had a hit! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Rijkaard. Kaká. Closing in on Kaká! Well, now it takes a shot!
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Neymar.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Decent chance! And that's going up front in a hurry. Kaká knocks it into space. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, well timed. Ribéry, who does have an assist to his name. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Paris Saint-Germain can finally smile now. They have held on in a... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Rivaldo. Rivaldo going face-to-face with his great rival.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front.
Rivaldo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rivaldo is offering a wry smile there.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Beckenbauer goes short. Deep cross. Puyol getting this one clear. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. It's Müller! And again the keeper stands strong.
Müller really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again.
Milan have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Messi with a fine tackle. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. That's been cut out, well played. Nicely shaped ball, and he was quick to react. Moved on forwards, and it's Müller. And here's Batistuta, and this is Rivaldo. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Paris Saint-Germain really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Müller. Nicely weighted ball. Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Short changes him with that pass. Looking for options for movement. Batistuta. And he's... Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Paris Saint-Germain grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Van Bouten. And no, that was never going to make it. Vitinha. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi. Van Bouten. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Messi. And here's Bale. Bale!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then. and he's read it beautifully.
Now it's Villa. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's in a good position here. It's Rivaldo! Great effort, but no way through. Rivaldo. Van Bouten gets... And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're just settling back into this second half. Plays a sharp little ball here. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! Now, who's going to be first to this? Messi. Paris Saint-Germain, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Nicked it back promptly. Tries to play it through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Batistuta does have his name on the score sheet, of course. He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, there's the clearance. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's a little off target. Well timed, excellent interception. Great vision. And it's Rivaldo. Beckham. Beckham. And Messi! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! About as smooth as it gets! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better?
Messi! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he pretty much had the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Forlan. And that has been clubbed away.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he's managed to get free. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
There's the shot! It's a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Oh, that's a key interception. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Batistuta, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Plays the return pass. Who do you think this turns on, Jim? Yeah, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of... Torres! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Terrific header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Adams clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This is Batistuta. He's got away. Batistuta. He's had a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about.
A header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Modric. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Big header! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
And it's Vitinha. And he's away. Vitinha! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Baresi gets it away. Chips it through. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's cleared it back out.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum.
It's Bale! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. Gorgeous, just to have the audacity to do it.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Oh no, what has happened here? Serginho. Vitinha. Foden. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great.
Real chance! And he hits the net. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So is this the start of a comeback? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Bale. Well timed, excellent interception. Van Dijk. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Oh, the keepers these days have done their homework. And that's one back. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, their manager...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. And we're off again. Now he's got space here. Belletti. And this is Torres. Now it's Foden. Great ball if he can get there. Torres! Now who's going to be first to this? And that has been clubbed away. Aimed beyond the defence. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Rafinha. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that pass just didn't quite work. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Threads one in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now that looks a decent ball. That's going to go a long way. And that was nowhere near his best. Vitinha is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. Oh, no joy this time. Paris Saint-Germain still have the cards to affect this game. Modric. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. That's going in strongly. Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
No, that's been intercepted. It's a searching pass. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Belletti. And here's Torres. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's been shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Vlahovic is offering a wry smile there.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Keeper's dealt with that. Has a shot!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's a poor throw, that. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Luis Suarez. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to pass it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Little pass back. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice... Tries a shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Bale! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
And it's Vitinha. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He looked so composed until the moment he pulled the trigger. I still think he can't believe he didn't put it away. Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's a cute ball. Oh, what has happened here? Big chance! And a chance! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and
could be danger here. He might be... Oh, shooting chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Beckham. Ball played for Conte. Now it's Neymar. Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. Van Dijk. Beckham. Mbappe has a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Batistuta. Now it's Vitinha. Wilshere. And no, that was never going to make it. Paris Saint-Germain are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's a searching pass. Now it's Mbappe. Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that.
Real chance! Great football, shot and save.
Well, maybe he just got a tad excitable when he knows those moments need the coolest of heads.
This possibly the last play of the half. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Paris Saint-Germain decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. Navarro calmly anticipates. Paris Saint-Germain different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Now it's Mbappe. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Threads one in. Vitinha. Now, what about a counter-attack? No way through there. And here's Neymar.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Kokchu.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. Kante cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well timed, excellent interception. Searching pass he's played there. And it's made its way to him. He's picked his shoots! This their second corner of the game. And the keeper beats it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Mbappe. Rijkaard. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now he's got space here. Mbappe! Mbappe! And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Palmeiras have the chance to go the other way. He's one-on-one, and the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Palmeiras certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And it's lofted through here. That's been cut out, well played. Vitinha. Now it's Mbappe. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And here's Mbappe. And this is Torres. And Torres! And that may well be that. That is that. Paris Saint-Germain have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pizarro is onto this. It's Pizarro! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Gerrard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Now it's Forlan. Serginho cuts it out. Beckham. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Beckham. And this is Beckham. Tries to get it clear. Gerrard. Mohamed Salah! They just took too long getting forward.
Mohamed Salah cannot be that slow. And it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And no, that was never going to make it. Raul. Raul.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's a throw-in. Tries to pass it through. Raul. Vitinha. Neither of these two want to come off second best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Forlan. That's an imaginative pass. Khan getting this one clear. And he's quick to snatch it back. Raul. Vitinha. Looking for the run.
Paris Saint-Germain are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Vinicius Junior. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Forlan. Oh, he's bustling through here. It's Forlan! A really close shave and the last action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Paris Saint-Germain, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start.
Takes a shot, and the ball's come loose here. Cleared without complication. Great vision. Serginho spots it and intercepts. Can he get it through? Raul, he's got away. And that has been knocked clear. Now there's a fight. Mohamed Salah! And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's the chance to counter. That has been slung wide. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Hakimi. Oh, super find. It's not an especially good pass, that. Vitinha. Paris Saint-Germain are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Taken back almost at once. Now that looks a decent ball. Serginho. Vitinha. Batistuta. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Back to the keeper it goes. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now he's got space here.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Great defending, strong and determined. Searching pass he's played there. And here's Pizarro. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Gerrard does really well to win the ball there. Conte. Conte! It's run loose. Who's going to get Vitinha? Oh, split-second reaction.
Vitinha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Can he get on the end of this? Hakimi providing an outlet on that flank. And Beckham! And the keeper has reacted superbly there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. How would you summarise what we've seen? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Bellingham. Nice looking ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now that looks a decent ball. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Played into space. The hugely experienced Hugo Lloris is looking as focused as ever, Jim.
He is, and that focus, Peter, is just one of his many outstanding qualities. For me, his speed, his reflexes, the decision-making all stand out as well. It's a bit of a shame for him that his career has coincided with those of so many other top-quality keepers.
Yeah, I suppose it has been very difficult for him to stand. And the finish! Just off target. Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is Batistuta is on his own. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. David Villa. Paris Saint-Germain still without a single shot on Messi! It's in! There is the breakthrough! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's managed to gift it back. Plays a sharp little ball here. Eto'o receives it in a wide position. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Pirlo. Looking for a runner. Aimed beyond the defence. He can run onto that. Chance for a shot! Really well taken goal. Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Paris Saint-Germain grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And this is Eto'o. And the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
And Batistuta! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Araujo, Busquets. Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Rudiger. That's Busquets. David Villa, looking for options for movement. And that takes a shot! Sticks it away! Into the lead once more! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So we have a breakthrough. Now, how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually, you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Van Basten! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. He gets big! They've done it! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too... He's having a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicely aimed pass. Done delicately. Oh, that's clever. Cannavaro sit out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Cruyff. Van Basten was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's the chance to counter. Nicely worked.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's heaved it away. Messi. And here's Bale. And he's cut it out. Rudiger gets good distance on it. And the number on the board is 3. Now, can they get him away? And this is Van Basten. And he's quick to get it clear again. And time is up. Paris Saint-Germain were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter,